What's good, everyone? What is good? Welcome back to the channel with your truly, of course, Machiavelli. Hope you all are having a great day today. Today we're back with another Sims 4 speed build and another episode of The Sims 4. No, The Sims 4, but the what's it called again? The Pandemic Diaries. So I actually have a thing to talk about. I actually have a fix it today. A fix it talk about. Actually start off with the fix it. So I'm actually very chilled. I wasn't actually it actually didn't make me very hyped because it's not in my area. It's in Vancouver, but I don't know if you heard about it. But on Twitter, there's this thing about there's this hashtag going around called. Let's see if I can read it. If it's still there. If it's not, I checked it like it was like what, a few hours ago. Um, let's see if it's there. Is it still there? Is it still there? Still there? Still there? Yeah. End the lockdown. That was trending. So pretty much, I'm pretty sure a place in Vancouver, they went out, had a protest about how the lockdown should end. Start talking about how this is a government thing, and all that type of stuff. It's extremely stupid. Like, if you were a part of that, fix yourself. First of all, one of their argument points on why the lockdown should be taken off is that because in Canada, our numbers are very low. So they're talking like, oh, our numbers are low. Why are we in lockdown? We should be fine. Everyone's doing not doing fine, but like, because it's not fine, but in their minds, they're like, we're all gonna be fine. Our numbers are so low. We should be okay. Why are we on lockdown? Blah blah blah. And you would think that if anybody with a common, like, with a brain, and would think, why do you think at least in Canada, why our deaths, and our, confirmed cases are so low? Like, why do you think that's possible? Well, guess it's because of lockdown. People are staying home, people are not going out, people are not. Just imagine if lockdown did not happen and people were out like frolicking like they normally do, our cases would be skyrocket. The reason why I feel like America's case is so bad is just it's still going on right now, is that people won't lock down. People in New York are still going on the trains. I've seen videos, I've seen so much where people are still like not socially distancing themselves, while in Toronto it's been taken very seriously. Like, if you like are like near each other, you'll get hit with a fine. You'll get hit with $1,000 fine. It's serious here. So I feel like that's one of the biggest reasons why, yes, I know social distancing will not cure the disease, and I know a lot of people are kind of worried about it because of the economy wise. Of course, if stores are not out, or there's no way of the economy making money, of course we're gonna go into recession. But if you think about it, and all people don't think about, is that another reason why we're in lockdown is to help. Sorry,
Mellow! Oh my Sammy! This guy is so dog
my
shit.
brother's paying
Bro,
that
garbage. I
that
don't want to hear it, man.
yeah.
So
So if you
fucking guy, bro. I cracked the shield.
if you hear that, that's my brother.
I got
He's
blood.
playing that new Call of Duty whatever free game, and as you can tell, he's a rager. One day I'm gonna record him for you guys because he's a rage quitter. But anyways, so, and I think the another reason why we're in lockdown is just to give the healthcare a break. Could you imagine all the cases going to the hospital if like we didn't have a lockdown? Because a lot of people get infected. A
Switch
lot
your
of
gun! Switch your gun!
ain't this nice? But yeah, a lot of people would get infected.
He's in the. You're actually. Right here. I put a marker. Put a marker. Put a marker. Put a marker.
Can you hear that? Pretty sure you can hear that. If you guys can't hear that, then never mind. Then my brother says rage quitting. I thought it was funny. I thought you guys want to hear. But anyways, if you just think about it, um, with all the people staying at home, it's less people going to the hospital. Could you imagine everyone getting sick and going to the hospital? Like the poor doctors, the poor nurses, the poor people in like the nursing home. Like, people understand that they're getting hit the worst is the people in the nursing home, and then they're stuck. I actually volunteered at a nursing home. Fun fact: my mom's actually a nurse, so she's quote unquote. I have no. It feels so weird to say this, but she's in the front lines. I know it feels so weird, but yeah, my mom's a nurse, and I actually volunteered when I was in high school. I volunteered because, and I have no clue this is like in the United States, but or anywhere else, but in Canada, you need 40 hours of volunteer service to graduate. So I volunteered at a nursing home, and it's chaotic there. Like, I don't want to like diss it, but it's very all over the place. Like, you'll see residents just walking out their room. They should be in there, you know, laying down to go to sleep or taking their nap or whatever, and they'll just walk out their room and do whatever they want. And the nurses will see that they're doing it, and they'll just leave them until they get into trouble, and then be like, "Oh, what are you doing out there? You should be in your room." But then, yet they could have like prevented that. You know, it's like nurses don't, at least, okay, I don't want to douche on nurses because that, I sound bad now because again, they're front workers. But from my experience when I was working in a nursing home, it was very disorganized, and if they don't have to do it, they won't do it. And so I'm just imagining that chaos right now in the nursing homes, because at least the one that I worked in, if you don't have to do it, they're not going to do it. It's like, you're not paying me enough to do this, I'm not going to do it. I know it's very sad. I remember this one time, actually I won't tell you this sad story, but when I went there was this one situation where a person was passing away, and the nurses actually didn't even call the family. Yeah, I know, crazy, right? The girl was on her deathbed, and she was gonna pass, and the nurses did not call her family. My mom did, though. Um, my mom ended up calling them, and then they came in. It's actually really nice. It's actually a really good story. So my mom ended up calling them, because like the first, okay, what happened was my mom told me the story. I saw the person, may she rest in peace. I don't remember her name is, but I saw what happened. I didn't see what happened. I heard about it, and I saw her at one point. I actually didn't see her at all. My bad. I saw I don't know what I'm talking about. I didn't see nothing. But I've heard about it from my mom and some other nurse that was there. Anyway, so what happened was she was on her deathbed, and she wanted to let, like, she wanted people to, like, the nurses to call her family, tell her that she's sick, she's gonna make it through the night, whatever. I don't say whatever, but you know, call her family, let them know. That day, no one called them. Like, she could have died that day. Thank God she didn't, but she could have died that day, and she would have had nobody. She was so sick, and she couldn't like reach out herself, and none of the nurses called the family. Next day comes, again. I guess they kind of realized that they should have done it, and then my mom heard about it, so my mom went ahead and called the family, and so the family came in. She actually passed away that day, and so they were. It was like, my mom was so happy because like she was, first of all, we were appalled. My mom was appalled that no one else, that wasn't the word that we used back then, but I'm not allowed to cuss on here. But my mom was like, you know, she was irks that no one else called. And so anyways, she sadly passed away, and then the family actually ended up sending us a gift card. I know it's nothing, but they sent us a gift card and a letter, like a thank you. It was really nice, it was really sweet. But yeah, anyways, I'm just telling you that people in the nursing home, again, if they don't have to do it, it's not a part of the payroll, they won't do it. But again, I don't want to dish out on nurses because, again, they're front nurses. But anyways, that was just my experience. That happened like what, 3-4 years ago, 5 years ago. So again, things could have changed. It could be more structured now. Who knows? But anyways, what I was talking about nurses again. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just saying that if that person did, like, if you those people staying in line, like you gathering can affect so much people. And I know there's actually there's laws in different countries about like gatherings, and I know in Toronto there's a fine. I have no clue about Vancouver right now and what they're at, because I'm pretty sure if that happened in Toronto, that'd be you have to be rich to protest, because if you like, literally, you'd be walking down the street with your best friend, and if you guys are not like best friends, and if they think you're not like not together, I'm talking about if you're not like live together or whatever, and you guys are not following like the 6 foot apart thing, they will hit you with $1,000 fine right there and then. They play no games about this. And again, that's one of the reasons why we have such a low death rate / confirmed cases, because we're so strict in Canada. I'm not saying there's, because again, I'm not in the United States, I'm not in wherever else, I don't know what it's like there. You can hear about stuff on the news, but unless you're literally there, you don't really know the environment. That's my thing. You can always listen to the news, and they'll always give you updates and tell you this and that, but as long as you're not a truly a citizen that lives in that specific area, you don't really know what it's like, you know? So for me, I know what it's like in here in Ontario, not Ontario, I say Toronto, because I have no clue what it is in like what's another place in Ontario, like London or what? Actually, no, I'm pretty sure London would be the same. I actually don't know. But anyways, I know some of the Toronto areas. I know that part, but Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Vancouver, I got nothing. But anyways, wow, that was a long fix yourself moment. But again, if you're part of the people that are protesting, fix yourself, because that ain't cool. You just put a bunch of people at risk for no goddamn reason. Like, why? Like, people are like, and then they start like saying about how it's the government and now they don't want us to enjoy our like our day. Like, listen, girl, please, 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 calm yourself. Like, what was I saying? Enjoy, like, suffer now to enjoy it better later. Like, could you imagine if everybody gets sick and how people would die off? Could you imagine? And then all the people that like were saying, "Oh my god, I can't wait." And the thing is, though, is the people that are not even the people that are not. I feel like I feel like that's selfish. That is so selfish because it's the people that are not even like endangered, like the people in their 30s and 20s. No, the people that really need help are the people that are in danger. Like people, my mom has a really bad lungs, and so if she and right, she's a nurse and she has really bad lungs. I tell like right now she's on right now she's not working. I told her not to. She did work a few days ago, but we don't want to risk it, so she stopped working. She was working up till recently. I'll say that. I think her last shift was on Friday. She's doing good, guys. Don't worry. She's safe. She has like the whole mask on. She had the whole mask on. They gave her a good equipment. And no, she wasn't working in the doctors or anything. All she did was she didn't want to do that. We cut that out. All she did was she would be in charge of, like, for example, Amazon people. If people at Amazon, they have to go through like these nurses to check them before they can go into the office. That's what she did. That's what she was a part of. She gave them the clear to go in. If they had a high fever, they have to be home. If they passed everything, she was pretty much the inspection, the health inspector, whatever. But anyways, but I just find that so selfish because the people that were protesting were the young ones, and the people that are like have health issues that are older. Those are the people that are truly in risk, and you're not even putting their in mind. Like, just stay home. Like, I get it. It's hard. Well, not for me. Actually, I don't get it because I'm normally okay. Actually, no, I kind of get it because I'm kind of going a little stir crazy, but again, I can't truly get it because I'm not the type of person. I like to stay at home. I'm a homebody, so this is nothing for me. Honestly, I can live in my house for a while, even though I had plans this summer, which annoys me because I had stuff I wanted to do, but I'd rather be home than anywhere else, you know. I love my house. So well, I love my mom's house. So again, I don't know how bad people are struggling it, because a lot of people are struggling to go outside and whatever, but again, just for now, be corporate. Like, listen, listen, it's like, it's not even like it hasn't been like a solid month yet since we've been in isolation, and people already starting to go cuckoo. Like, what are y'all gonna do if it gets worse and we have to be in isolation for like not, is it isolation, or no, it's not isolation, it's like we have to be in lockdown for like what, 2 more months? What are y'all gonna do? What if this lasts until September? What are y'all gonna do then? Are people gonna riot? Like, I don't understand. Like, people, like, I feel like in this time of space, people don't think with their heads. Like, think logically, you know. Have some compassion, have some empathy. Like, please breathe. Like, understand what your actions will do, and it can affect people. Like, that small gathering could have, like, one person could have had it, now all of them could have it, and nobody knows, and they're gonna go back home and they're gonna touch whatever door or whatever, and then a person could touch it, and then there you go, it just starts, you know. So, like, please, I honestly, to God, if tomorrow or like a week from now, if we come back and we find out that the cases in Vancouver just like skyrocketed, or not skyrocketed, but like gained, I'm gonna laugh. I know I shouldn't laugh, but I'm going to be like, ha, ah. Anyways, moving on. I actually have to go ahead and off this part here. I didn't even talk about this build at all. I hope you all enjoyed the build, though. It's like a modern mansion. It's pretty basic, but I had a lot of fun building it, so I hope you guys enjoy it. I will be doing the inside a little bit later, so stay tuned for that. Thank you all so much for watching, and of course, I'll see you on the next one. I'm out. Deuces, peace, bye. Be safe, be smart, use your head. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys.